Good morning and welcome to the question of the week for Friday. It is October 18th, 2024. My name is Sean Tierney. I hope you're having a great week. Before we get to our question of the week, I got a couple of housekeeping items here. First of all, the second in our audience choice polls is up. We're asking, what is your preferred medium to large PLC or PAC? You see, I spent a lot of time this morning putting these all in. So you get your compact logics, control logics, S7, 1200, 1500. You get your Schneider, Modicon M30, M340, and M580. I think there's some D-Packs too from them. You can add new choices down here on the other if you want to add another one. And you can vote for two. So in any case, please check that out. I love to get your feedback. I want to make sure I'm covering all the products you guys care about. And with that, the other thing I wanted to show you was a picture of the training room that we had set up, I think a week and a half ago now for the Siemens training I did. So you can see it there. We had 4 stations set up. And actually, I have one in the front of the room for me. We have HMIs. The guys really got into the HMIs. We got the PLCs. Did not set up the distributed I/O yet. That'll be in the next class. I get that up. Get the lab book here. So if you guys know anybody who needs in-person training, please. I do Rockwell and Siemens right now. So in any case, from there, I want to go to the question of the week, and that is somebody used the pre-sales line to leave me an attempt to get a free question answered. So I helped them out, but I got to change the wording on that. But in any case, so I figured, well, might as well use that lost time in our question of the week and help everybody out. So with that, they said, hey, how do I migrate from Rockwell to Siemens? And if you're going from Siemens to Rockwell, I hear Rockwell has some documents, and if it's a big job, they have services they can help you with. But what if you're going from Allen Bradley to Siemens, right? How do you migrate there? Well, let's take a look. First of all, the first thing I said is call your local Siemens salesperson. They should be able to help you, and your local distributor should be able to help too. But if they're unwilling to help, if they're in a sales role and not a technical role, then call your local Siemens salesman. They like to get sales. They're all about that, right? And so they have tools that should be able to help you. Now, I didn't know of anything specifically, but then I went on and searched the web afterwards, and it says right here, this person is saying that they have a Rockwell to Siemens PLC tool to convert the code. I don't know how good that works. I've never used it, right? I've converted it myself. Most of the instructions, if you know the IEC 61131 standard, most of the instructions are identical. They look identical. I mean, things like you get the TONR and Siemens is the RTO and Rockwell. Differences in the way that you do one-shots typically, but overall it's the same stuff. So in any case, so that was question number one. Now question number two is what hardware? Well, Siemens, and again, all these links will be up at theautomationblog.com a little bit after the show. So Siemens has a nice document. It doesn't talk about the L80E, but it talks about all the compact logics, control logics, PLC5s, all the way up to the L73S. So the L8s have built-in Ethernet. So almost all of the SM1500s, all of the SM1500s have built-in Ethernet. So no big deal there. But they do kind of give you a recommendation like memory size, go to this one, go to that one. If you need fail-safe or safety, use that, and so on. And then part three was a question about what do you do with AOIs? And granted, yes, when Rockwell came out with AOIs for Logix, it was like confetti and fireworks and spotlights. It was this big new feature, right? In Siemens, it's just a function block. So that's what I've seen used, and that's what I've used. And basically, think of it as like if you're a Rockwell guy, think of it as a subroutine where you can create your own variables in it, like programs and program and local tags, or I forget what they call them now. But in any case, so it's very much like that with the newer versions of Studio 5000. Plus, in your subroutine, you can choose what let's say add-on instruction data block or custom tag you want to use. So you can create a new, like when you add a function block, when you add any function block to a function block diagram in Rockwell, you get this auto-generated tag. Well, you can do the same thing. That's kind of what happens in Siemens. You can have a separate instance for every function block you drop into your other program. So I think it's a lot cleaner. It's not as fancy. It's not like, hey, this is this great brand new feature. But on the other side, it just seems to make sense. It's just like a souped up subroutine. It's a function block. So you don't have to use function blocks in multiple instances, right? Just like you don't have to use an AOI in multiple instances. You can just drop one in and be done. But in any case, and I'm sure there's some of you out there who can go in deeper detail on the differences between the two. I have not played a lot with the function blocks and Siemens just because I don't have a need to. But I've covered them on the show where we've had the Siemens controller without any special gateway or hardware read directly from a Rockwell just by using a block right off of their free sample code website. You don't need a tech support or anything like that. So, but in any case, you guys let me know. But that's the question of the week. So I wanted to share that with you. If anybody has comments, please leave them below. And if you have questions, let me go back here. You can submit them using on this video, or use the form at theautomationblog.com or theautomationschool.com. Just go to question. That'll take you to the form, and then you can submit your questions. And please don't pretend to be somebody who's going to buy training and then ask a bunch of free questions. I really appreciate that. So I want to wish you all an awesome Friday. I want to wish you all an awesome weekend. And until next time, my friends, peace.